Hi, hi.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Sonia. Wonderful.
Welcome,
See.
everyone.
Yes, yes, great. So, friends, so now we have Master Sonia. It's a great pleasure and great honor to introduce her. So, Madhu and myself, we met Sonia when we moved to Germany. A group of friends who were in their, let's say, quest to know something more. And through these group of friends, me and Madhu met Sonia. And since then, we had been in touch. You know, the basic quality of spirituality, which is friendship, that is what we experienced. And since then, we have seen the journey of Sonia, how inspiring it had turned out, how beautiful it is, how great work she is doing to the world, to the Mother Earth, and to people around. So, let me introduce a little bit of herself. So, Sonia is a pioneer for new paths and a protector of our Mother Earth. She has gone ahead to show people how to free themselves from the confines of Western meritocracy and embark on their own soul plan. By the end of 2019, she left her civil servant job to follow the calling of her heart. Since then, she had been traveling all across the world, particularly through South America since March 2021, and continue to find deep exchanges with Mother Earth and indigenous cultures. Sonia was able to learn ways of life and rituals of indigenous people and a unique form of Indian yoga in connection with Guatemalan Mayan philosophy. She now teaches how to live in connection with nature and in true connection with one's self through body and breath therapy, self healing activation, holistic green project management, events, and guided journeys. Today, we will all listen from her the magic, healing, breathing, and body exercises. Sonia, so the floor is yours. And by the way, Sonia is Sonia Satcha InterBeing. That's her name. So with this, Sonia Satcha, so I welcome you. And we are open here to listen everything that you would like to share. Thank you.
Muchísimas gracias. Thank you so much. I have a bit of cold and I'm a bit tapped on my nose, so but I hope you can understand me all well because I was traveling in the bus and with the air condition, I always have problems. And in the buses is a lot of air condition, but yeah, that is something we have to accept when we are travelers, like you said, like I am. So I thank you so much for inviting me, Ram. It's always a pleasure to be in touch with you and also with the PSSM group and all of these experiences. And yeah, as you said, I'm traveling for really understand and explore how we can live in connection with our Mother Earth, but also without suffering and always feeling sad and feeling we need to do more, and we see all the destruction, we see all of the waste, all of the problems. But I understood what we need to do is to be really first in devotion. Whatever we do, we should do it with devotion and not with anger. And this is really a big challenge, especially for a nature protector like I am. I'm also part of a rainforest association. But in my spiritual pathway, this is one of the keys I understood, to do the things really with devotion, no matter what is around you and surrounding by you. And to be also like somebody who can really show possibilities. So the other thing is, for me, which is absolutely important, is to focus on possibilities and on solutions, and not only on problems. And this is what we are learning in Germany, especially where I grew up, is we are focusing all the time on problems. So then everywhere and always there are just problems. But then I thought, but where are solutions? And I was really frustrated because I thought there are no solutions. But when I went to Borneo, to this island in Indonesia, where is our main reforestation, I met a man who is really creating solutions, who is absolutely creating solutions for the whole world, also for reforestation possibilities, which can create also money. And then I understood, wow, there are also solutions. And then I tried to focus on possibilities and solutions. But we are living in a world with a lot of information, with a lot of influence. So it is really not easy to focus on solution, because mostly we are reading and listening to problems, right? So that's why I decided I need to explore something else. I want to see solutions, but more than this, I want to understand, who am I? Why I am here on this planet? When I cannot save the world and when I cannot save the rainforest, but why I am here. And then I understood, okay, I really need to go to discover myself. And this brought me to South America, where I am traveling now since more than 3 years. And Satcha is a name in Quechua language, in the indigenous people, Quechua in Ecuador. It is something like rainforest, selva, or something like power of the nature. And they said to me, you are not Sonja, you are Satcha. And this was so wonderful to me. And more, I really understood, yes, I feel really this is more my name, like the German name they gave me when I was born. And what I also explored, as you said, was this really interesting way of Ishka Kanquip Yoga. So I'm practicing yoga since really many years, but more the yoga of the 8 pathways. So where we know the asanas is one part, but there are more things like meditation, mindfulness, breathing, the way of acting, to speak without violence. So, but many people think that yoga is like a sport. No, they go to the gym, and this is something which is really a bit, I don't know, the people are often not really going deep into some philosophies. But for some reason, the life brought me to close to Cali, to Colombia, and there is Ishka Kanquip Yoga. And Ishka Kanquip Yoga exists now 20 years, exactly 20 years. And this is like a mix of the tantric yoga from India, but is combined with the philosophy of the wisdom of the Guatemalan Mayas, because they are also really familiar with many things which are similar to the Indian yoga. But the thing which is more important on this Ishka Kanquip Yoga is releasing. So I understood, with all the problems, with all the things, with social media, and always we are on a rush, we are intense with our body. So many people are suffering with tenses in the neck, in the back, or also with the bones here. And we never learned how to release, how really release our muscles. And we are mostly like this, because when we are stressed with our mind, it is normal that in some part of our body, we are also in stress. So with this Ishka Kanquip Yoga, I learned and I understood the first time how important it is to release, really to release the muscles, and through this, with auto-observation, how to release also the mind. And this Ishka Kanquip Yoga has 7 movements. Kanquip is a Mayan word, which means something like movement of energy. It is a bit similar to asana. So we have 7 basic kanquips, basic movements, which we are practicing all the time, but we can include it in all of the asanas we have from India, with the down dog, with the up dog, with all of these movements, we can combine it. But more of this is like really, we observe ourselves. So what we often do is, for example, when we close our eyes and when we are in a meditative state, we are thinking that we are looking into ourselves by a mirror. So we look to a mirror and we see ourselves. And then we are focusing, for example, on the rukusheps. The rukusheps are all of the joints that we have. We are also working with observation of our bones, of our skeleton. And this is so interesting because we go through this observation in a really meditative state, but also in a releasing state. And this is something really wonderful. But more of this is what I am personally combining, is really with breathing with consciousness. Because, you know, mostly all of us are breathing, right? When we are not breathing, we are not living. So it's the first what we do and the last what we do. But we never breathe with awareness. We are not observing. For sure, the people who are working with themselves, I'm sure there are a lot which are aware of their breath. But normally, in the normal day, we are not. So what we never really practice, and also many don't understand, how to breathe through the whole body, not just like here. And then I will show a little bit of this, how we can breathe through the whole body, if it is okay for you, Ram, that we can do also a bit like exercise. And just let me know also if somebody wants to have questions, can write in the chat, or I don't know how it is going on. But please feel free also for this. So I will show you a bit on the breathing with the whole body. The thing is, as I said, mostly we are breathing here in this area, and we do some mistake when we are in a stress, or when we have a hard situation, or also when we do practicing like in gym with muscles, we are stopping breathing. And many people do this also in yoga practice. When we go in the planche, for example, then the people stop breathing. But their yoga is also with inhale and exhale. We are moving, right? But the people mostly don't understand. That's why I always teach first. We can try a bit down the belly button to put the 2 hands there, down the belly. And we can try to inhale in this part. So we try with the inhalation, inflame. And with the exhalation, release, relax. So we can try, if you want, put your 2 hands, no matter the right or the left, first, and try to close your eyes and try to feel the connection with your 2 hands and with this lower part of your abdomen. And with the inhale, you try to inflame. And with the exhale, through the mouth, just relax. It is maybe a bit uncomfortable because we are stretching a bit our muscles, but it's like a massage for our colon, and it is really a wonderful connection with ourselves. So try really to breathe in this part to inflame with the inhalation and to release with the exhalation. Let's try some 2-3 breathings more. Perfect. And now we switch with one hand. One hand is down the belly button, it's still there. And the other hand is above, where is a little bit above the heart part. So we have these two hands, one in the abdomen down and the other one close to the heart center. And we try to inhale like a wave in the ocean. So we try to inhale first in this first hand, and then we inhale up to here. And we exhale to the mouth again. So we inhale through the nose and try like a wave on the ocean. You can imagine that your energy flow is like really a wave of the ocean. So you inhale like the wave in the first hand down, and up and up and up to the other hand, and exhale slowly to the mouth. If you like, you can close your eyes and try to inhale as much as possible. Try to exhale through the mouth, and we release with this exhale. So with these exercises, first we train our body and our mind that we can breathe through the whole body. And the other is we have a really huge connection to ourselves. And try to inhale as much as possible. We try to inhale as much oxygen as much as possible. Try a little bit more. Maybe you feel a little bit dizzy, or you feel a little bit, wow, what's going on in my body? Or you feel like needle pins, or you feel like cold or hot, because we are not used to breathe that much oxygen. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sometimes speaking Spanish because I'm that long time now in South America. So please, please apologize for this. So let's try 2-3 times more. And feel this movement in your two hands. Feel this movement in your whole body. And relax your hands. And with the eyes closed, just observe a little bit. Observe your breathing, your normal breathing. But observe also the sensations. Maybe you can feel a movement, energy flow. Perfect. Okay, so we can open slowly our eyes again. And this is exercise really basic, really simple, but it shows us how to use the whole body. And we have a really intensive connection to ourselves. So when we have this program in our body and in our thoughts, oh, we can have the whole body, it is way more easy to really include it in our daily life. So every time when we feel the stress, when we feel ashamed, when we feel upset, before acting, before speaking, it is really highly recommended first to breathe. Because mostly we have two types of people. ones who are really explosive and are all the time like, boom, no? Others which are really shy and have problems to express themselves. But for all of this, like breathing with consciousness, connecting with yourself, inhaling is the oxygen is something which helps not only for being more healthy in a corporal way, but more than this, to be in a state of control the emotions. And this is something which I really love, because I know in the world right now, it is really an interesting way of living, and we are influenced by so many things. So breathe, connect with yourself, and then you can maybe feel more your intuition, the connection with yourself, and then you can be able to speak, to express your words with more self-love, but also with more patience to others. Okay, then what I would love to show to you too, and please don't hesitate to write something in the chat, or also Ram, if you have a question, yeah, you will let me know.
Sure, Satcha.
Okay. So this is something which is really, really important to me, because I know also in the yoga practice, we have a lot of pranayama. Now we have also like the difference, no? the so many breathings, respiration, the fire breathing, so many things. But I realized I'm guiding meditation and respiration since 2018. But I realized that most of the people really don't understand the concept how to breathe really with consciousness. So that's why I figured out, okay, when we feel it, we understand it. And sometimes the mind needs to understand, and then it's way easier. So this is a really high recommendation to all of you. Try to include it into your daily life. It really is something which will help you so much. And I cannot start my day without my breathing exercise. It's like, for me, I really love it. Okay, the other thing which I explained before, when I met Ishka Kanquip Yoga, it was in April 2022, so 2 years ago. I came to this yoga center by a mistake, but we know there are no mistakes. There is always a guidance. So we just need to accept these mistakes. And sometimes with a little bit time distance, we understand, wow, this is really amazing why the life brought me to this place. So as I said, I am practicing the asanas, I'm practicing also Pilates, I do a lot of sports and things. But when I learned this Ishka Kanquip Yoga in the 3rd day, I start crying, because I never felt a connection to myself like I felt in this Ishka Kanquip yoga practice. And I think this is something which happens to so many people, maybe especially to women, because I'm a woman, so I cannot say that much for the men, but in my personal experience, it is often that we cannot feel really our body, and that we often are not really connected to ourselves. We never learn this, right? So we are learning in school to listen to the teacher. Depending on the parents, we are learning to sit there and don't move, or we are learning to accept that the adults are always right. So, but we never learn how to move yourself, how to love yourself, how to be in connection with yourself. So I never understood also this idea of intuition. I always thought, what is intuition? I don't know. I am rational driven. My mind is understanding something, so I do. But with this Ishka Kanquip Yoga, and as I said, the basis is really to learn to release the muscles and to observe yourself in a really, really interesting way, which helped me first to go in a meditative state, but to understand, really to release. And while this, it happened like, wow, I can feel myself. Wow, I'm in connection with myself. And then I started, the tears were flowing, because it was such a moment of peace and of devotion. So then I understood this Ishka Kanquip Yoga is really something absolutely important. And this is also what the Guatemalan Mayas, this Maya priests, said to Chakra Khan. He is the founder of Ishka Kanquip Yoga. They said to him, Chakra Khan, you have this task. You will create a new philosophy, a new form, at least of 2 religions, of 2 philosophies, however you will name, to help the mankind for spiritual development. Because also this Ishka Kanquip Yoga is really in connection with the Tzolk'in calendar. It is one of the sacred calendars of the Mayas, the Guatemalan Mayas. They have 260 days, but it's not like a year, like we are thinking of, okay, then we have another year and then I'm a year older. They don't have the concept of years, no? They have the concept of evolution. With everything is in cycles, and with every cycle, there is another evolution. This calendar, Tzolk'in, is like the evolution of the mankind. And why is it 260? It is 20 más como 13, 13. And what do we have? What do we have 20 and 13 in our body? Do you have an idea, Ram? 20.
I'm just pondering what it is, 20 and 13.
Let's see.
Aha, yes, okay. Yes, now something triggers.
We have 20, in Spanish we say dedos, no? We have the toes and the fingers, we have 20. And something which is really, really interesting, as I said, the Mayas are working a lot with the rukushaps, with the joints. And in their idea, we have 13 joints, because the throat for them is also a joint. And then we see, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The same on the legs, with the hips and the rodillas, the knees. And then number 13. So for them, the whole Tzolk'in calendar is like the measurement of the evolution of the mankind. So this is really, really absolutely interesting. And they also have the believings in like chakras, but they don't name it chakra for sure. For them, that is Uku'ep. So they have also the 7 points in the body, this energy points. In the Kaukan prophecy, they show, because all of us, I think we know that the energy from the Himalayan mountains moved to the Andes, to South America. And they have the believing that all of these chakras are also in the Andes, in the mountains of South America. But it is also like especially like a mirror of ourselves, because we have these chakras, not these Uku'eps. All of us who are practicing yoga and are aware in these things, I think all of you know the chakras, right? So like, for example, in this fire land is the first chakra. And then it moves up. So it's absolutely interesting. And I would love to show you a little bit of these 7 Kanquips, the basics, which we can also practice really easy on a chair, because this is also something we don't understand. In the whole world, we have so many different corporal behavior. So I know in India and also in Thailand, and the most of the people are sitting on the ground. The most of them, they don't have the concept of a chair. But we in the Western world, we learned all the time to sit on a chair. Now, when we are eating at home, when we are in school, when we are working in an office. So this is why our body is not really used to all of this flexibility, which have, for example, many people in India. This is also why many are suffering with some yoga asanas, some postures, because our spine and our body is not used to. So this is why I love also to show the things on a chair, because then it is really easy to do. You can have, when you are working on a chair in an office, you can have a break, and then you can also practice a little bit of this Ishka Kanquip Yoga movements, right? So what is the basis on this Ishka Kanquip Yoga is the connection with our pelvic floor. When we are in a chair, sitting on the chair, it is the connection where we can feel. You can try now to feel. The most of you are sitting on a chair, I assume, or maybe you are on the ground, on the floor. But wherever, in what kind of posture you are, try to feel your connection from the pelvic floor, the genitals, not all of this part. And I will try to show a little bit like this, try to move. But just this part, back and front. It is not like we are moving from the back and we are not moving from the legs. The legs and the back are relaxed. Try also to relax, by the way, your shoulders, no? But try to be like, bien, ¿cómo se llama? Recto, with your whole back.
Great.
Straight. But try just to move. First you try to feel the connection with your body and the chair or the floor. And then you try to move from this connection, the genitals, this part, to go forward and back, forth and back. But by the way, we try really to relax our back, because the most of the diseases we have in our back, and I assume that many people of you maybe also have back pain, this mostly comes from problems with the psoas. It is a muscle, the vital muscle, which goes from the columna vertebra, from the no más recuerdo, from the spine, diagonal to the hips. So it is a really important muscle, but mostly this muscle is also intense. So that's why many people have muscle pain and have more than this, like back pain. So when we do like this, like a yo-yo, forth and back. And then we include it with the breathing. So we inhale, we go forth, we exhale, go back. And feel this movement. This is like, when this is the chair or the floor, it is like this. You know, you don't lose the connection to the floor, to the chair, and you are going like forth and back, okay? This is the only thing. Okay, I hope you can understand it, because for sure to have the things online, it is not that easy to show, but yeah. Okay, this is the basis. We are really often working with the pelvic floor. And this is something really important also for releasing, no? Okay, and then I will demonstrate the first Kanquip. And the first Kanquip is really, we go a bit like this. We are inhale, and we inhale from the pelvic floor. Inhale, inhale, inhale as much as possible. And we exhale. It is really an easy movement, but it starts from the pelvic floor. We inhale, maybe we can feel or visualize that our breathing is like an energy stream, and we inhale, inhale, inhale. till the top. And we exhale. And we have just a slowly small movement with our head and a little bit with this idea of breathing from the pelvic floor to the head. And for sure, when we are practicing breathing exercises, what we always try is to lengthen, not to inhale more slowly and to exhale more slowly. So the slowlier you are breathing, the slowlier is also this movement. And this is something which we often cannot handle in the Western world because we think it needs to be everything fast, 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 fast. No. In this state, we try first to connect with our pelvic floor. And second, to connect with our breathing. And we try to calm down with our breathing. And we try to inhale as slowly as possible. So this is the first Kanquip. And it is really easy to do it also on a chair. And we visualize the whole body from the pelvic floor up till our head. Okay. I think it is understandable like this. The second Kanquip is like movements like circles with our head. So while we exhale, we have this half circle with our head. And while we inhale, the half circle back. But people who have problems with the neck should do it like more like the half circle down and then more straight. Because we always need to observe and to honor and to respect our individual body and our individual behaviors and the things like they are, because everybody is 100% individual. But the idea is again to connect, to feel the energy from the pelvic floor, to connect with our breathing, to release the whole muscles, the shoulders, the arms, especially the legs are relaxed. And then we try to really connect the movement with our breathing. Okay. The next inhalation, we can change the direction. So we inhale. And with the exhale, go down with the head. We are up to the sky with the inhalation, but never lose the connection with the pelvic floor. Feel maybe also the little movement you can feel in the pelvic floor. And the movement is in connection to your breathing. And we are a little bit practicing like this. We can do it the whole process of the 7 Kanquips in a meditative state without looking to the teacher, because we know the movement, and then it's like a wonderful, like a movement, meditative moving. Okay. Second Kanquip. We can stop and just feel a little bit your body, feel your breathing. Observe your shoulders. Your shoulders are really relaxed. Observe your neck. Observe if there are any tension, any blockades. Try to release. And take a deep breath. Then I will show you the Kanquip number 3. Okay, I go a bit like this. The third Kanquip is, I always like to express with the wave. The third Kanquip is like we make a wave or like a flower. We roll our body, go down with the exhalation, and with the inhalation, we try to go straight with the back and go up again. It is something like this. I will show it like this. The idea is we are exhaling like a flower, like in Spanish it's helecho, a farn. Exhale, exhale, exhale. And inhalation, we go straight, the back is straight, and we go back. Can you see it good like this? I think yes. Okay. We go down, exhale, we roll down till a part where we can feel, okay, now it's stopped. And then we go up. I go a bit more that you can see me better like this. Exhale, roll down. And inhale. The body is straight, the back is straight, and we go up, okay? When you are sitting on a chair, you can put your hands on your legs, but the legs are really relaxed. This is really important. Also, when you are in the ground and you don't handle the lotus, try to relax and release your legs. Don't suffer. We are suffering that much in life. We try to relax. This is something which is really important. Okay, I will show again. And we exhale. We roll down, we roll down. And then we inhale. And we are moving up with the back straight. And exhale. While this movement, we can inhale and exhale through the mouth. No, through the nose. Sorry, through the nose. And try also to lengthen, to breathe slowly, release, relaxed. And as slowlier your breathing, as slowlier your movement. The idea is not to make it with a hurry. The idea is to slow down. Okay. And to relax the vertebral spine. Bien. I hope that you all understand it and can see it good. Okay, then. Kanquip number 4. It's like we have some circles, like a pendulum, with the whole body. So again, we are really released. When you are on a chair, you just put a bit, you move a bit forward on the chair, then you can make it really easily on a chair. And then it's like just exhale, 4, and with the inhalation, we move back. Exhale, inhale. This is all really slowly releasing, relaxing, but still in connection with the pelvic floor. You should feel in this movement your pelvic floor really intense, and you should feel also this movement of your pelvic floor in the ground or in the chair. And we really train our body and our breathing to be like in a dance. This is the idea. The whole movement is guided by the breathing. And as I said, it is not like this. No, it is like understand to breathe slowly, to feel your breathing from the pelvic floor to the head. And then the energy moves our body. It is not something we do through our body, it's something that happens in our body through the breathing. Okay? And then again, exhale and we change the direction. And this we can do really easily. And the shoulders are relaxed. Okay. To be a bit on time, I will stop this Kanquip number 4. I think you understand the concept. So, okay, then Kanquip number 5. It is like maybe you remind the number 3, we roll down and we go straight up. And now it's like we go straight down and then we roll up, okay? This is now the opposite of the number 3. So we can do it also, as I said, on a chair. You can sit there. The back is straight, but the shoulders are released. The shoulder blades are a little bit together, but we are released. We are not like this. Try to program your body to release. And with the exhale, we go down straight till a point you realize, okay, now it's not comfortable anymore, or you are ready with your exhale, and then you go like you roll up while inhale. And we exhale and inhale through the nose. Again, when you are on a chair, the hands are relaxed. And I always try to breathe as slowly, as relaxed as possible. But we never lose the connection with our pelvic floor. Kanquip number 5. Especially the legs are released, are relaxed. Many people have problems with the legs or with the back because they never relax the legs, the muscles of the legs. Okay. Last time. Exhale, go down with the straight back and roll up with the inhalation. Bien. Then the Kanquip number 6. The 6 is like a movement of a snake. As we have in yoga, the Kundalini energy, we have in the Mayan energy, the Kukulkan. And Kukulkan is the snake with feathers, with wings. So what we are doing, we don't need to connect now this movement with our breathing, but the idea is also like all of our spine, of our vertebral, are really moving. All of us know the movement of a snake, right? So you can close your eyes and you can visualize this movement of a snake. And you try from your pelvic floor with your whole body up to the head to simulate this movement of a snake. But your legs are relaxed. Your shoulders are relaxed. This is something which is really amazing. And when we slow down and when we allow the body to have this movement also really slowly, we can feel while continuing practicing really a wonderful connection to ourselves, because we are always guided by our breathing, and we have this dance between breath and movement. And the Kanquip number 7, the last one, is like we are preparing our body and now we release so our body can dance. Our arms, our hands, our fingers can move. It is like the whole body can dance, but like the body wish. It is not something which we are controlling by our mind. It is something which happens through our body. And this is also the time where people can stand up if they wish, or can be on the chair, but the whole body, especially the arms, the hands, the head, the whole body is able to move in a way the body likes. Okay, and we can slow down the movement, can slow down the arms, the hands. As we are in silence, we stop movement and we just try for a few moments, for a few seconds, to observe our body, to observe our natural breathing, to feel the connection with the whole body, feel the energy movement. Inhale deeply through the nose, exhale through the mouth. You can slowly open the eyes again. Then we inhale and we bring the arms up to the sky. Bring the palms together. Exhale, the palms together. Bring the hands to your heart center. One more. Inhale. Exhale. If you wish, a last time. Inhale, bring the palms together. Feel the fingertips. Exhale. Okay. Perfect. So these are the 7 Kanquips, which we can include in all of the asanas we have. But as I said, the idea is, and this is really important, to train our body to release. And while releasing, while the gravity, we are also more flexible. We don't need to stretch. While releasing, we will be more flexible and it is fun. Okay, so if somebody has questions, the time is running that fast. So yeah, thank you.
Yes, we have Harita. Yes. You can unmute yourself.
Thank you so much, Master Satcha. And I started when you are teaching in third session, means number 3. I was low with my emotions this morning, and with my house chores or something with the things, but I relax my emotions, all those things. I feel better, more better. Thank you so much.
Such a pleasure. Thank you
Good
for sharing.
feeling. Good feeling.
Perfect.
I'm feeling happy. Thank you so much.
Perfect. It's a
It's
pleasure.
really
Thank
helped me. It's really helped me a lot, Nams. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. Thanks for sharing, Harita. And Sacha, for me as well, I was in front of this computer now almost, 9 hours, the event. And when you have made me the neck exercise, the second one, I could feel the whole, stress moving off. And even I did not do all of them, but then whatever I have done, I could see the body getting relaxed, relieved, and free. And towards the end, when you said the body will dance, I tried and I could see that it was not my conscious movement, but the body was moving. So very beautiful.
Perfect. This is exactly what it needs to be, that we allow our body to move. Because mostly we are driven by our mind and we are driven by concepts. But as I learned from my body, I had so many diseases till I really learned to ask my body what my body wants. And I know our body is our temple. Our body is our master. No? So when we really learn to ask our body, when we give our body the awareness and we are really listening to our body, then we are such a way healthier and happier because our body knows everything. It is our inner wisdom. And this is exactly like you said, Ram. The idea is that we are not thinking, oh, I need to dance like salsa, like whatever. No, it is the body is, wow, releasing, moving. This is the idea. Perfect.
Yes, very beautiful. And the whole, the whole session was interesting to even understand how various cultures came together. Yeah. So, and then how they understood the body, the idea of 13 important joints and the 20, let's say, fingers. And
Dedos.
yes, dedos. And creating these 7 movements. And interestingly, even the breathing technique, the first one, taking it deeper to the pelvic region, was also interesting. I know I was breathing until my belly, but then taking it much deeper, that was a new. So yes, new things. And even liked when you, in your opening speech, you spoke about not just seeing problems, but seeing, what are the solutions, not just thinking about impossible, somehow feeling what is future possible. So it was very beautiful. And thanks a lot, Sacha. And I really love where you're sitting, the background, and everything there. And with that bag that shows love. So very, very beautiful.
My background so many times. I'm now in Colombia, close to the ocean. And yeah, I have a really wonderful place here. And I would love to say something with the possible, impossible. It is something I think from Audrey Hepburn. When you cut impossible, I'm possible. And this
Yes.
is for me so wonderful because really, when I changed my observation, I always see solutions. That's why I have still hope, because there are so many solutions. And for this is a really interesting time, but as more we are focusing on solutions and showing also solutions, the better the life will be. I'm absolutely sure.
Yes, beautiful. We should never stop just by seeing what we don't like around, but rather walking the path, the solutions that we think about. So
Yeah.
very beautiful, Satcha. And I know with like-minded people like you, our earth, Mother Earth, the nature, human beings, animal kingdom, the whole nature will only flourish and flourish and flourish. So thanks a lot for your wonderful, beautiful work that you're doing.
I thank you. I thank you. And to all of you who are participating, you can write to me. You can visit my webpage. You can write me through WhatsApp or Telegram. I saw Crystal Children Corner, so we can do also something online with children. I am teaching also children's classes, especially for the breathing, because we never learn how to breathe, especially children who are also practicing like exercises or sports. It is really helpful for all who are singing, because through the connection with our breathing and through the lengthen our breath, we are better in singing. I love singing, but with my nose, I will not show today. But this is breathing is one key. So everybody, please feel free to contact me. I don't know, Ram, if I should write my contact in the
Yes,
chat.
please, Satcha, please do. And friends,
Okay.
if anyone would like to share anything, ask anything, Satcha, please feel free, raise your hand or write in the chat, or as well here you find the contact details of Satcha.
See my webpage and my email address and also my WhatsApp. Feel free really to contact me. It's always a pleasure to guide, to connect. And yeah, thank you for this possibility. I really enjoyed and I felt the wonderful energy. Also, when I could not see that much of you, but I felt a really peaceful and calm and open energy. Thank you for this.
Thanks a lot, Satcha. Thank you for accepting the invitation and joining all of us. And yeah, I wish you a wonderful, wonderful time. And we connect back soon. And we get to learn more from you, from your journey as well more. Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks all of you.